Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Mess Around, the series where we take a look at a game from a first impressions standpoint, maybe deciding to do a full Let's Play in the game, maybe ending up with a mini-series, or maybe this episode will just stand on its own merits. But today, we're going to take a look at Ruin of the Reckless, so let's just jump right into it here. So Ruin of the Reckless is by developer Faux-Operative Games. That's F-A-U-X-operative. And it's a extremely fast-paced, well, self-described, it's a breakneck-paced, melee-focused, roguelike brawler with very light, persistent progression elements and a punishing difficulty curve. So, unlike games like The Binding of Isaac or Enter the Gungeon, Ruin of the Reckless wants you to get kind of up close and personal with enemies, and we'll see that as we go along here. But one of the interesting things about this game, as opposed to something like Isaac, is the persistent progression part. So we can take a look down here. As you go through runs, you accrue these cards, these chaos cards, I think they're called. So we've got card slots. I've equipped all these easy cards. I'll go behind the veil a little bit here and say I started to record a video with this risk-reward card equipped here, where it's equipment cursed but find better loot. But cursed equipment you can't drop. So I wanted to show off all the cool items and weapons that I was getting, and I literally just couldn't get rid of basically my starting equipment. So as fun as that may be on a future run, we're going to disable that for now and just go with all these easier ones. But if you look at the cards, we've got gain extra time on each floor. So each floor in Ruin of the Reckless does have a kind of rush mechanic similar to Spelunky or what we saw recently in Loot Rascals and Death State. If you linger too long on a floor, there will be kind of a punishment or something to force you to go more quickly, but we'll see that soon. We've got easier floors, no knockback when taking damage, and baby mode, which is extra hearts, Zenny, which is the in-game currency, and EXP. So I've got all this easy stuff equipped because the game is not lying about that punishing difficulty curve. It's a difficult game, so we're going to leave all of those active, removing the cursed loot one because we want to show off what the game has to offer. But we've got a couple of other NPCs here in our lobby. Pauliver, our little, I don't know, is he a penguin? I don't know what this guy is actually supposed to be. He's not a penguin, but maybe I don't know my birds. What's this purple weird bird with a strange breast? I don't know. But we are gonna, he's our tutorial guy. This is where a player 2 could join for co-op. And then this NPC here will show up sometimes on the floor to trade with us. And then this is the path to our tutorial down here. And this is our kind of like shaman guide who wakes us. The story of the game is that your character allegedly died, and now you're in some sort of afterlife where you have to climb this tower, this Ruin of the Reckless. So we're gonna go to tower floor 1. The game, for the most part that I've seen, has a great feel. The sound choices, combat sounds, and animations all kind of harken back to like a 16-bit gameplay generation. It's got very tight controls, and the accomplishments or the gameplay really feel like skill-based. What I mean by that is it never really feels like the game has screwed you over, and it always feels like the player kind of has agency in this game, I guess, which is better than the alternative. You know, you never want to feel like things are outside of your control and you're just hoping for luck in a roguelike. You want to feel like you still have a control over your destiny, I guess. Mana Stone equipped, gain spellbook charges each floor. So that's a good segue into what the game has as far as mechanics here. So we've got a dash, which is our dodge. I haven't really fully explored the dash. Let's try it out. Can we use the dash as an attack? Not really, no. So we just got hit as part of that experiment. But so the dash is really just a dodge, it seems, although a lot of this stuff, as in any roguelike, may be subject to change, because the dash might not be an attack, but there might be an orb, which is what you see here, that would give our dash attack power or something like that. So skill orbs are another thing that we have. That one gave us regeneration. I've seen skill orbs that give you like a attack whenever you get hit, like kind of like a lightning storm comes out when you get hit. Here's one that increases our agility. So what does that actually mean? Move faster, so just movement speed. There are orbs, I believe, that have an effect on your dash, that have an effect on your weapon, that have an effect on your spells, as we saw. So the basic attacks you've got are your melee attack and then spell. So we've got a fireball currently. And we have cleared this floor, but the timer's getting close to expiring, so this is a good time to just go ahead and show you what happens when this timer runs out as I come around and smash these crates here. So we've got a few seconds, and then the timer will expire. The game, so far from what I've seen, has a pretty low skill floor. Like, it's not too hard to get started in the game, but a high skill ceiling. So I think getting to the end of the tower is going to take quite a few runs, perhaps even for more experienced roguelike bullet hell type players. But here you see what happens when you linger on a floor too long. So these little portals are spawning. They're going to shoot fireballs at me, and they increase in spawning frequency until it's going to get basically too dangerous to even live. So we want to get the heck out of here if we can. Yeah, that got a little dangerous. We almost got hit, but managed to dodge around there. So it does behoove you to go quickly. This is even a little bit deceiving because I do have the card equipped that makes the timer last longer. So typically, I want this. Can I have that, please? Thank you. So typically, you'll have even less time than this. But I'm really enjoying the game so far. It's just feels different because it's more of a, like, get in the enemy's face type of game. You know, if I'm in Enter the Gungeon and the room starts to get crazy, it's overwhelming and you just want to get the heck out of there. In this game, it feels a lot more like you are powerful and you can get into the middle like a tank and just mix it up rather than feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, I can't dodge all these enemies and bullets. You are like, oh, I'm in this, I'm just gonna smash the melee button and beat the heck out of all these dudes. Spellmaster, sure, we'll take this orb. What's this do? Spellbooks have more charges. Okay, so the way that active items or spells work, sure, we'll take a new, okay, so now we have like a dash attack. The way that active items or spells work in this game is that each active has just a limited amount of charges and then it expires. I haven't really gotten a handle on yet if it regenerates or if it's just up to you then to find another spell book once it's done. I still find so far the GUI up top a little confusing. I understand that the very top is our orb capacity on the left, and then so if you're looking at the top left of the screen here with me right now, and then to the right of that is our orbs that we have equipped. So if you start to learn kind of that symbol language, you can see we've got the regeneration, we've got the agility, spellmaster, and then I forget what the other one was. Below that we've got our a potion, I believe, that we have, and then our spell, and then we have boots, something else. What's on the left bumper? What does that do? All right, that's like a Zenny attack, so we're actually using our money to attack. Yeah, in the shop is a great place to do that, where I might want to spend this money. I wonder if I can attack. I haven't tried this. I'll try it on video here. I'll try to attack the shopkeeper in just a second. And then we've got our trinket. So I guess it's not that confusing, but it's a little bit visually overwhelming to look at all of that at once. Book of Gravity Bomb sounds cool. Mini health potion. I don't think we need to fill up our health necessarily. Scroll of Fire, siphoning. We don't have room for an orb, so this is one thing that if I could, you know, issue a single minor complaint about the game, it's the orb capacity. So we literally can't pick up an orb right now. We would have had to maybe say no to an orb earlier in the game to leave ourselves capacity on this floor. And I just would prefer it as a player if I could maybe swap out the orb. It's a little disappointing to see an orb that you might really want and then you see, oh, I filled up on orbs because there was one that I kind of wanted earlier and now I literally can't take this one. I may be missing out. Maybe there's some way to destroy an orb that we have right now or swap, but it's just basically a disappointing title text that tells you I can't carry more orbs until I get stronger. But mechanically, maybe that's something I just should learn to deal with, and maybe your strategy evolves into denying yourself, you know, subpar orbs and kind of toughing it out and saving up for a better one, something like that. But let's see, what do we actually want to buy before we maybe try to attack this dude? Let's buy the Book of Gravity Bomb. Okay, you chose unwisely. I've always wanted to say that. All right, can I kill you? No shopkeeper fight mechanic, unfortunately. Let's buy the flying boots as well. I am walking on air now. That's pretty sweet. Orb pendant, sure. instead of the mana stone. Find more ability orbs. Okay, so now we maybe should really try to be choosy because we'll get a lot of orbs to choose from. Let's wrap it up there and return to the tower. So that's our first shop. I don't know, I haven't lived long enough to see if there are other shops that show up. I would imagine so, but remains to be seen so far. But as you can see, I mean, even with a weapon like this, you can see that you're really meant to kind of smash away while still hopefully maintaining dodging occasionally, which I'm doing a poor job of right now. You can use orbs, by the way, as like an attack mechanism, so the orbs will explode on enemies. Oh, quick floor. Fire pet affinity. Fire pets are real good. I think I'm gonna take that. Oh, I can't. I don't have orb capacity. Give me a little more experience. There's enemies here. Nothing, huh? So I can't take any of these delicious orbs. So that's, again, that's kind of what I was talking about. It's, I don't like the idea of seeing things that I want and not being able to take them. I'm greedy, so I want to be able to take them. But that's it's an extremely minor complaint. The gameplay in this game is fantastic, and I think I'm going to put a bunch of time into this game trying to get better, because it does have, you'll see it soon start to spike in difficulty, I would think. Although again, we have enabled baby mode here, but you can see already, like, look at this just popping off here. Okay, there's our gravity bomb. That seems pretty good. We're straight up Overwatch Zarya now. We got a black hole. I don't know if I like the weapon that we have right now. It seems to be causing me to take a lot of damage. Basically, you want to like back out and poke. Maybe it just requires a stylistic gameplay change, perhaps. Come on. Gotta aim appropriately. Something I'm never very good at. Potion of experience. Let's take that. Scroll of Dimitri's Chaos acquired. Okay, I used it. It blew up everything. Spellmaster, Spellmaster. I think I'm gonna save my orb choice for later. Let's try to be choosy here. Open this chest. Book of Fire. Now, I think I like the book that we have. Alright, let's ascend a little further. So this is progress at a fast clip right now, but, you know, it almost feels cheap equipping the cards that make the game easier, and then I feel less proud of getting further, I guess. A black hole so we can get some enemies in it here. So you want to put that like right in the middle of a bunch of enemies. Orb Eater is a good orb to have. But don't we... I thought we already had that. That may have been on the recording that I scrapped, but looks like we're not going to get it now because I just blew it up. Taking some silly damage. Should be dodging a little bit more, perhaps, as well. So we want to dodge kind of away from enemies with this rapier that we have, I think, and then... Yeah, that's the ticket. So you can dodge away and then attack into them, but I'm still losing HP because I'm not totally wrapping my head around this. Quick charger. Grab bag. I don't know. I don't know what these do. Oh, I tried to dodge poorly. Oh. Whoop. They got ranged attacks. I don't like that. It's a melee game. You're not supposed to be able to shoot me from far away. No! Dead on baby mode even. All right. So let's fire up another one, but I'm going to turn off the easy mode options. So let's do, right? We're going to warp to lobby. Current climb will end. Yes, warp to the lobby. We could have just gone back to the first shop there too, but I want to see if I can get kind of a different loadout. And I like playing games when they're higher difficulty, even though I just died on the easier difficulty. Let's remove those. No knockback. Remove baby mode. Remove them all. Just take them all off. No cards. Vanilla. Alright, let's do it. But yeah, I mean, I think this game has a lot of personality, and you can tell that it's extremely polished. I haven't experienced any technical glitches of any kind, aside from there was a minor controller glitch, but that's very common. The game was kind of confused, I think, between whether I wanted to use controller or keyboard, but once that was sorted out, no problems whatsoever. So from an art style standpoint, from a controls standpoint, from a sound design standpoint, the game is just extremely pleasing. The NPCs have cool personality. The enemies are varied and different, which is it's been a complaint for me in some roguelikes. If the enemies are too samey, it's hard to decide or hard to know how to dodge them and that kind of thing. So having kind of distinct personalities in enemy choice, I think, is kind of an underrated quality that a game can have, and this one definitely has it in spades. Replenishment. I'd like to get that if we can. Rapier Soul. Isn't that what we just had? Yeah, I don't like this. I'll stick with my punching, thank you very much. Maybe I'm old-fashioned like that. So this guy you kind of play tennis with, Ganon style. You gotta shoot his orbs back at him. These guys jump smash, so you just have to avoid that. Blue freaking knight dudes have been the bane of my existence so far. Alright. And pick up all the gold. One of the items I got at one point was like a magnetic belt that really helped in picking up money. Scroll of Uncurse. That's good to have. So let's just take that. Fireballs are spawning here. I don't think we want the Scroll of Blade Barrier, but maybe it's great. We'll keep the Scroll of Uncurse. That way, I always forget that I have to hit the exit button and then also like touch the exit to leave. I just stand there and almost got hit by a fireball just now. Scroll of Uncurse is good to have because we can pick up something good that's cursed and then still be able to get rid of it later, perhaps. Okay. Whoa! I did not even see that little hamster cat. Book of Lightning, Book of Mines. Book of Lightning I think I had on my kind of like preview gameplay and it was pretty good. I may just end up taking that. Agility we had previously and was okay. Let's take the Book of Lightning. Grab bag. Sure, if we can take it, we'll take the grab bag. Lightning. Okay. Potion of... Whoa! Potion of health. Take that, just fill up our HP. Another potion of health. Can I take you? Yes. Take that with us, so we'll have 3 HP to gain back if we need it. So the lightning takes a second to activate, so I'm getting hit as I'm using it. Okay, floor cleared. Let's take this orb. I like having regeneration. It means we won't need to use... So it regenerates hearts on each floor and 1 now. Okay. So we get hearts on each floor. I'm not going to get agility, but that's fine. I actually think I prefer the Book of Fire. And then we'll leave. So you can see our timer drastically decreased from what it was before when we had the card equipped that extends the timer. So we really are kind of pressed to manage our time efficiently on floors right now. So we've only got, and the more Zenny difference you can see as well. Here we only have 90, where before when we got to our first shop we had like 730 Zenny. So Bull Rush Boots, Cursed Broken Orb. We could take an orb, but Broken Orb doesn't seem great. Arc. I like the pet totems. They seem to help out and do damage for us a lot. I think we will take Shiny Mirror, Arc Pet Totem, Heavy Blast Bracer. So this, I think this is maybe Trinket? Are these all trinkets? I don't know. I don't know the difference. This is definitely a weapon, the Heavy Blast Bracer. This is definitely boots, obviously. Let's buy the Arc Pet Totem. So that's a trinket. Replaced our Alchemist Belt. And we'll buy the Heavy Blast Bracer, because that'll give us a little bit more, a longer attack. Okay, let's do it. So I think this is, like many roguelikes, it's the kind of game where you really need to take your time and invest your time learning the items and learning these things. None of this stuff is spoon-fed to you. You know, there's no tooltip that shows you what the heavy blast bracer is or what the arc pet totem does. You just have to pick it up, spend some time with it, and then decide later, you know, maybe after the run or maybe after many runs with the item, is this a good thing or not? You know, there are some items in Isaac or guns in Enter the Gungeon that took me, you know, 30, 50, 100 runs before I started to see the real value of them. So I imagine that things are going to be very similar here, and as I'm talking, I'm taking just a ton of damage here. Cursed super boots. Let's take them. Super boots equipped. Oh, so we got like a crazy dash now. Chunky mess. I'm curious to take chunky mess, but I kind of want iron pet affinity or thick skin. Both of those sound good. I love the pet things, but thick skin probably means we will take less damage, and I'm a fan of that. I think we're gonna go for the pet affinity though. Let's lean towards damage instead of defense. So you get 2 dodges in a row before there's a small cooldown. You can see that the cooldown is not that long. But you can upgrade that. I've gotten an orb that gave me an extra dodge before. Oh, you're trying to eat my orbs. Get back here. Stole my weapon, ate my orb. Take the heavy blast bracer. And then I kind of want to take chunky mess. Let's take chunky mess. What does this do? And we got fireballs in here, so we gotta go. Weapons have chance to explode monsters. All right, I'm glad I took that. That sounds cool. Hopefully we'll get to see it in action. Floor cleared, so we get a bonus, I think. Oh, get out. I need my key. Where's my key? Key is floating to me. Oh, come on, key. We gotta go. Let me out. Oh, he made it. We should get a little regeneration. Oh, and we have a health potion, so I shouldn't have been that close to death. We have a health potion on us. I'm gonna use it now. It's a little inefficient. And sometimes the game's weird, like on this floor, the key was right there. So we have our key already. Sometimes the key is like difficult to find. Sometimes it's just already there, and then you just have to find the exit. So that's an interesting dynamic. Should be using, one thing I'm lacking on here, or slacking on, is I'm not using my spells. These guys seem to reflect my spell back to me though. So now I'm gonna, of course, overkill and use the spell entirely too much. Alright, nice. Split the thread the needle there and don't hit anybody. These guys will parry me, which I hate. Don't take my weapon. Get back here. He took my weapon. Give me that back. Floor cleared. All right, we got our heavy bracer back. Spell walk boots. I don't know. I'm digging the super boots. We got space for an orb, though. Is there another orb around here? Doesn't look like it. All right, we're just out of here. Small floor. I'm a fan of that, though. And we're on, what, floor 5? So there's a bird. The next, maybe the next floor is where we get a second shop. Maybe the bird symbol is the shop. He is a bird. The man bird thing that birds the shop. I was going to say man the shop, but he birds the shop, obviously. Excuse me. I did not want you to step on my face. Fire spells occasionally. Get your heavy bracer going. Cursed heavy blast bracer. Well, we already have a heavy blast bracer, so I can't imagine we'll want a cursed one. So what's the shockwave look like versus the fire? I mean, that's cool, but I kind of like the range of the fireball a little better. Power orb upgrade. Okay. Oh! Taking damage. No! Goodbye, power orb. Don't destroy my orb. What is this? Scavenger. Alright, we'll take that one as a consolation prize. Enemies drop more Zenny. Okay, if there's a shop upcoming, that'll be helpful. I don't know by the way, if like a cursed heavy blast bracer, maybe it's in some way better than a regular blast bracer. Maybe the fact that it's cursed makes it do more damage or something like that. But again, that's the kind of thing that I think remains to be revealed over a longer amount of time spent in the game. Okay, I'm getting stepped on by like the worst enemies here. Oh! I did, and there's that punishing difficulty curve. Well, that's gonna do it, I think, for our first episode of Ruin of the Reckless. Like I said, developer Faux-Operative Games comes out on Steam April 26th. So that should be, this video's going up on the 24th, so that should be in 2 days. Check it out on Steam. I'll provide the link in the description below. But that's going to do it for Ruin of the Reckless. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. Always helps to see support for a series like this, to know whether or not you'd like to see a full Let's Play of this game, to know whether or not you want to see just some more episodes playing around. I may end up streaming the game or just playing some more episodes, but I'm going to put some more time into this game regardless because it's extremely polished and has a really fun gameplay loop, and it's hard. I love games that are hard and make you really work to get that success and earn that progress. So that's Ruin of the Reckless. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or a comment. Leave your feedback in the discussion below. And if you'd like to see more Let's Mess Around videos and other content when it comes out on the channel, please subscribe. I'm Accidental Grenade, and as always, thank you so much for watching.